Welcome back to our exploration of the Myers Briggs Type Indicator, MBTI. While our last two episodes highlighted MBTI pairings that harmonize well, today we shift our focus to the more challenging dynamics. In Navigating Challenges, MBTI Pairings to Avoid, Part 1. We delve into 3 of 6 pairings that can present significant obstacles. While all relationships can thrive with effort and understanding, recognizing inherent challenges in certain MBTI pairings is crucial, especially given today's high divorce rates. Today, we'll delve into why some pairings face more struggles and how to navigate these challenges effectively. Maintaining a relationship goes beyond shared interests or chemistry. It requires a deep commitment to understanding oneself and one's partner, including adapting to fundamental personality differences. If both partners are committed to fostering self-awareness and mutual understanding, a harmonious relationship is not just possible, but probable. This dedication can turn potential deal breakers into strengths, enriching the partnership. However, this journey requires significant patience and a commitment to personal growth. For those overwhelmed by these challenges, recognizing when to let go is as crucial as knowing when to stay and fight for the relationship. As we explore these dynamics today, remember that choosing to work through difficulties or part ways can ultimately lead to healthier, more sustainable relationships. Elizabeth Taylor and Richard Burton's relationship illustrates the clash of differing MBTI types, compounded by issues like substance abuse and personal conflicts. Taylor, likely an ESFP, was the quintessential performer, vibrant and spontaneous, thriving on emotional connections and living in the moment. Burton, possibly an INTJ, was the architect who favored structured planning and deep intellectual engagement. Their struggles went beyond personality mismatches, as Burton's preference for order clashed with Taylor's impulsive nature, intensifying their challenges and highlighting the complex dynamics of their tumultuous relationship. However, the difficulties in their marriage were not solely rooted in these personality differences. Both Taylor and Burton struggled with alcohol and substance abuse, which exacerbated the intensity of their disagreements and the volatility of their relationship. The pressures of living in the public eye also took a toll, as did instances of emotional and, reportedly, physical altercations. These factors combined to create a stormy relationship that, despite moments of deep affection and connection, often veered into tumultuous conflict. Their relationship serves as a cautionary tale that, while understanding MBTI types can provide valuable insights into interpersonal dynamics, it is also crucial to consider other personal and external factors. In the case of Taylor and Burton, their MBTI mismatches were just one part of a complex web of issues, highlighting the importance of addressing all aspects of personal health and communication in any relationship. In today's episode, we dive into the first 3 challenging MBTI pairings, setting the stage for Part 2, which will explore the remaining 3. We'll uncover the complexities of these dynamics and hear from a couple who struggled to make their relationship work despite their efforts. Have you ever found yourself repeatedly clashing with someone? Understanding your MBTI type could uncover the root of these conflicts. Join us as we explore stories of notoriously difficult pairings and gain insights that could improve your relationships and prevent breakdowns. Don't miss a couple's first-hand account of navigating these challenges. First up, in our exploration of challenging MBTI pairings, we delve into the dynamic between the ISTJ, known as the Inspector, and the ENFP, dubbed the Campaigner. Inspectors thrive on structure and predictability, valuing a methodical approach to all aspects of life, while campaigners embrace spontaneity and innovation, seeking excitement and new experiences. This fundamental difference can create significant friction, as the inspector's need for order may clash with the campaigner's free-flowing nature, leading to frustration in both personal and professional relationships. Let's hear from Anthony, an inspector, and Amelia, a campaigner, whose relationship ultimately couldn't withstand their inherent differences.
I was initially drawn to Amelia's vibrant energy. Experiencing life through her spontaneous lens was exhilarating. I tried new things, skipped my usual routines, and embraced the chaos of spontaneity. The chemical attraction between us was undeniable, and breaking away from my regimented life was thrilling. However, my inherent nature leans towards structure and predictability. I thrive on methodical planning and organization in everything I do. As the initial excitement waned, I reverted to my traditional patterns. While I enjoyed the novelty of spontaneity, I realized that I couldn't stray too far from my core preferences without feeling unmoored.
I was instantly attracted to Anthony's structured way of life. His home was always immaculate, neat, clean, and perfectly organized, a stark contrast to the cluttered chaos of mine. I admired his discipline. He never left clothes strewn about, while my room was always a mess of fabrics. Early in our relationship, I noticed his preference for planning things in advance. I tried my best to accommodate this, but spontaneity is in my nature. Sometimes an irresistible opportunity would pop up, and I just had to seize it. Although I tried to stick to our plans, I found that adhering too rigidly to a schedule often stifled my creativity and dampened my happiness.
The tipping point came during our vacation to the Caribbean. It was an expensive trip, and I wanted to ensure we got the most out of it. I meticulously planned our activities and included plenty of free time to accommodate Amelia's love for spontaneity. However, when she discovered a festival nearby, she insisted we go despite it clashing with our plans. This change meant forfeiting reservations and incurring significant costs. At that moment, my frustration boiled over. I lost my temper, and my inability to adapt to her spontaneous nature became glaringly apparent. This incident, highlighting my rigidity and her need for spontaneity, ultimately led me to end the relationship.
I really wanted our marriage to work, but that vacation was a stark revelation of our incompatibility. Anthony is an excellent organizer. Once he sets a plan in motion, there's no altering course. As for me, I'm like a bird caught by the wind, constantly changing direction. I've never been one to fuss over finances, and I thrive on the thrill of unexpected adventures. We did try to meet halfway, but the compromise was overwhelming for me. I felt as though I was trapped in a cage, needing to break free to breathe again. It was heartbreaking, but I had to leave for the sake of my happiness.
Their story reflects the challenges faced by inspector and campaigner pairings. While they initially tried to bridge their differences, the constant tug-of-war between stability and spontaneity eventually separated them. This echoes the breakdown in the partnership between Steve Jobs, campaigner, and John Sculley, inspector at Apple. Their initially productive relationship soured due to fundamental differences in vision and operational style, leading to a well-documented split that had lasting implications for both. Let's delve into the ESTJ and INFP pairing, termed the Pragmatism versus Idealism conflict. This matchup often struggles because the ESTJ's practical direct approach clashes with the INFP's deeply idealistic and emotional perspective. We'll explore how these conflicts arise and strategies to manage them effectively. Executive MBTIs like Christopher are driven by logic and efficiency. They focus on results and often dismiss processes that don't have clear, practical outcomes. Mediator MBTIs like Sophia, however, are guided by their values and feelings. They seek meaning and authenticity in their actions, which can lead to significant misunderstandings.
I've always valued efficiency in both my personal and professional life. I tend to seek the quickest solutions to problems, aiming to maximize productivity and minimize wasted time. This approach has definitely led to clashes in our relationship. For example, when we were renovating our home, I pushed for quick decisions on contractors and materials to keep the project moving. On the other hand, Sophia wanted to consider each choice carefully, weighing our decisions' emotional impact and long-term consequences. She often felt I was rushing through these important decisions, prioritizing speed over our emotional well-being. This difference in our approaches caused significant tension, as I saw her deliberation as unnecessary delays. At the same time, she viewed my urgency as a disregard for the deeper implications of our choices.
Christopher's focus on efficiency certainly keeps our lives running smoothly, but it sometimes feels too hasty, especially with decisions that have a lasting impact. Take our home renovation, for instance. While he was keen on speeding through the selection process, I felt it was important to consider how each choice would make our home feel. I wanted us to think about the ambiance each material would create, not just their cost or installation time. This difference in perspective often made me feel as if my concerns were being overlooked, as if the emotional aspect of our decisions didn't matter as much. It's challenging because I appreciate his drive to get things done. I also wish he could understand that some decisions need time and emotional investment to ensure they're right for us.
Their journey mirrors the historical partnership between Charles Darwin, mediator, and his captain, Robert Fitzroy, executive, on the HMS Beagle. While they initially worked well, Fitzroy's rigid command style eventually conflicted with Darwin's more thoughtful and probing approach to science, leading to tensions that mirrored the challenges many executive-mediator relationships faced. As Christopher and Sophia have demonstrated, potential conflicts can be turned into collaborative strengths by respecting each other's viewpoints and finding ways to bridge their differences. We continue our exploration of challenging MBTI pairings with the INTJ, known as the architect, and the ESFP, referred to as the entertainer. This pairing often encounters hurdles due to their fundamentally different approaches to life and decision-making. Architect MBTIs like Thomas are strategic planners. They thrive on structure and long-term planning, preferring a methodical approach to their professional and personal lives. They value logic and efficiency above all. In contrast, entertainer MBTIs like Amber are spontaneous doers. They live in the moment, driven by their emotions and the joy of experiences. A strategic architect might view Amber's vibrant, spontaneous nature as chaotic or unfocused.
Whenever I get paid, I meticulously update our budget to plan for expenses and allow for occasional spontaneous buys. Amber, more impulsive, enjoys daily Starbucks and frequent dinners out, which strains our finances. I've always prioritized long-term planning, which contrasts sharply with her immediate gratification approach. Initially, her spontaneous nature felt reckless and undermined my financial efforts, making me feel unappreciated. However, I've learned to adapt, integrating more flexibility into our budget to accommodate Amber's spontaneity without jeopardizing our financial health. Embracing our differences has been challenging but essential for our relationship's harmony. I'm committed to being understanding and patient as we navigate these dynamics.
I value the stability that Thomas's meticulous planning brings to our finances and life. However, I believe that enjoying life's little pleasures, like a daily coffee at Starbucks or an impromptu dinner out, truly enriches our days. For me, it's about more than just spending money. It's about savoring the moment and appreciating the fruits of our labor. These small joys are what make life vibrant and worth living. I recognize that my spontaneity can cause stress for Thomas, and I'm actively working to find a balance that respects his need for structure while still indulging in the spontaneity that brings me so much happiness.
Their relationship dynamics are reminiscent of Woody Allen and Mia Farrow, who found their differing approaches to life too challenging to reconcile, despite starting with great promise. Similarly, Thomas and Amber face their share of challenges due to their contrasting views. Learning from such stories, they strive to navigate their differences more gracefully, hoping to find a sustainable middle ground that accommodates their needs. As Thomas and Amber have shown, architect MBTIs and entertainer MBTIs can find a working balance by respecting their inherent differences and finding compromise in their daily lives. As we conclude today's exploration of challenging MBTI pairings, we've delved deep into the dynamics between ISTJ and ENFP, ESTJ and INFP, and INTJ and ESFP. Each pairing presents unique challenges that can lead to significant conflicts, emphasizing the importance of understanding and communication in managing these differences. It's important to remember that while awareness and effort can transform potential relationship challenges into strengths, not all relationships are sustainable despite best efforts. Sometimes, recognizing when to part ways is just as crucial as striving to make it work. For instance, the relationship between Elizabeth Taylor and Richard Burton showed how even a passionate connection could not overcome continual clashes, leading to multiple separations. Conversely, the partnership of Paul McCartney, ISTJ, and Linda McCartney, ESFP, illustrates how differences can forge a deeply harmonious and enduring bond when approached with mutual respect and understanding. These examples remind us that the path to relationship success is not solely about navigating challenges, but also about recognizing when a partnership aligns with both individuals' needs and when it does not. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the intriguing world of MBTI relationships. If you found this episode insightful, please like, subscribe, and share it to help others navigate personality clashes. Your engagement helps us continue delivering impactful content. Don't miss our next video, Navigating Challenges MBTI Pairings to Avoid Part 2, where we explore more complex pairings. The link is in the description. We'd love to hear about your experiences with MBTI pairings. Have you faced challenges? How did you manage them? Share your stories in the comments. Your insights can help others. Until next time, remember every challenge is a growth opportunity. Take care.